Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first, then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not?
Let's see what this does.
Your Excellency, Your Eminence. The land is sick. Refugees everywhere. Table 14 want their eggs now.
Another? Should I have another? I'll make... No, sir. We abandoned our farm when the Absolute Army marched in. We used to sell our barley to the brewer who makes this very beer. That's all over now. Why? Any more point to that than getting mad at a plague of locusts or the weather? Oh, we're farmers, not fighters. That's not the answer for us. Coarse and strong, but he's a gentle soul. Easy to take advantage of. A fancy feller called Three-Piece wants to place him as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do? Ah, that's a solid tip. Could work out for a gentle kid like Corson. Thanks, stranger. You helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. Nail meter bleed for you. Thanks again.
City's got noisy, eh? Refugees everywhere.
I wonder if this was...
Halt, Civvy. Turn back.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
I wonder if this was brewed with...
I should get cards printed. Roger Gherkins.
Pardon me, sir. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewellery. At discount price. For a beautiful necklace. It belonged to my grandmother. I'll give it you for a bit of coin. I hate to say it, but I'm desperate. The jeweller only offered me a pittance. It seems the market is flooded with loot brought in by adventurers. I don't know what to say.
No fresh vegetables. Damn
Wonder
the
if this was brewed with my bar.
Damn rats. I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. No. I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
Roger Gherkins.
I wonder if this was brewed with my bar.
Played at the ready. 2 steps at a time.
Drink, Tunarat's residents are known to partake in all 3. Substantially.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid. It's the elf song. So that's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart. Very funny. Go on in.
Get cards printed. Roger Gherkin. Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Let's chew the fat.
Rovia burned the bullier base again.
Kill those rats, would...
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called a Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yoks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The elf song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me? Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am. Didn't I tell this joke already? Don't joke about religion, smart stuff.
A single person applauds from the back of the room, probably out of pity.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me.
Never.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating. If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger? I'm Clovia Throaks. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself...
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up...
Now, Blas, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do. Sewing rabbit-skin cloaks? Well, that's all right for some, I guess.
No, our Gasper preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Holst. She straightened Gasper out, found him a place in the foundry. Blas, plum bubbles may have gone to my head, but I guess it's time to tell you. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. The money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it for Throaks for Cloaks. Oh, dear.
I think I need to take a walk.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat, if you can find one. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder would had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope. I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's nothing to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. The city always wins. There's always some hero that saves the day. It's the way things work. Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one. Keep your voice down about the bloody murder upstairs. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, do. Welcome back. What can I do you for? It's been slim picking since the absolute butch. Fill your boots, mate.
Grasp it. Shite. How do you address an Archduke? Your Excellence? Your Eminence?
I sure wouldn't want to be...
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. They used to be capable enough, but they've gotten slow and lazy. Corruption makes you soft. Knock it off. You're no friend of the Fists, I can tell just by looking at you. You're more Nah, those soft lads will never... And when they fail, and they will, count on it. The Flaming Fists know where to find Dame Gizarm. And then, it'll...
Ritual killing, maybe. That's not how those absolutists operate.
Where is that confounded mop? It was a rhetorical question. Do you know what that means?
No, of course not. Who would know anything about rhetoric in this place? You are obviously wrong, as demonstrated by the fact that I am on staff at this tavern, and this is my...
Now, I believe you're standing between me and my mop.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
To take the hand is strange.
Another spill.
Nothing else is
And to think I used to like the smell of ale.
Seems simple enough.
Out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of whereabouts.
lae'zel, glad you could join us. The Kithraki have spread word of that artifact that you carry. Tell me, lae'zel of Kalir, what reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Undying Queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
This artifact contains the key to our freedom. It is not for the Lich Queen to take.
I know exactly what the prison contains. The traitor prince who would hand us to Gake. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone. Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. I will deliver to her the Prince of the Comet. She shall exalt me. The Gish will record my great deed in slate. Chamar Zala Vlaakith!
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Ball? That's exactly what I... Wait. How do you know about that? It's becoming something of an obsession of mine. You see, these murders have been cropping up all over the city. They're always the same. Victim paralyzed by poison. Absolutist symbols scrawled on the floor in blood. Hand removed pre-mortem. The symbol's the bit that bothers most. You use poison when you want to get away with murder. So why leave a symbol at the scene of the crime? Doesn't make any sense. And the removal of the hand pre-mortem. The unnecessary brutality of it. It's got to be connected to Baal. It's just got to be. Now your turn. What do you know about this? Ah, another skeptic. You should consider joining the Fist. You'll find plenty of like-minded folks. No, if you don't mind, I've worked... I thought I made myself very clear, civilian. Sure as the stench of an ogre's To take the hand is strong.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Balin Stelmane. A story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would enjoy your company, your mind. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form. You have seen what an illithid can do. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough to enhance your potential. And believe me, it will radically increase our chances of success against the Elder Brain. Think on it.
Should mind my step.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elf Song Tavern! And you? Never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you... I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the Elf Song. Mainly because only the Elf Song itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dared to dream big enough. Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to tell you first because, well, you inspired me to do it. Here. My very first lute. Tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spot. You and I are going to...
Broadsheet's rather dulled.
You talk about the honor of your...
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
My sister Gerva's talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness?
Helmsgaze, you sound like a guild lawyer. You must think I'm pretty dumb. And maybe I am. Because I'm going back to return Uktar's money. Don't wait up, Gerva. Might take me a while to crawl back home with 2 busted knees.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. How is such an overrated question. It's the who and the why that matter, darling. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to. You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Oh, it's not out yet. But any of the gazetteers can sell you a copy when it's printed. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day. I'm afraid your piece has...
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? I don't know how. I'm only 6. Deal. Ha! Tricked you. Enjoyed the read, sucker.
Hang on. Wait. Stay there. You remind...
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story. Well, you should have considered that before disgracing yourself in public. I've never heard so much violence against innocent circus freaks before. The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over. I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Tomorrow, you will feel the now. Guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
Up the pen is mightier than the...
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
A short respite, but better than nothing.
You examine what appears to be a test print of tomorrow's broadsheet. Numerous corrections are marked in red ink. You notice one of these corrections scrawled in the margins. Whoever's tampering with the printer, stop it. You're wasting my time. The content of the broadsheet is troubling. You feature heavily in the central article, lambasted as a danger to the... As you get closer to the printworks, something odd happens. You hear it speak.
Gormless, not one step further. You are interrupting art.
You feel a dancing, mischievous magic sparking through the air around the printer. A fey creature resides within.
My art! I'm an artiste. Name's Jellywig. This is my paintbrush. I make sure everything that's in those big, ugly article blocks becomes fine printed artistry. I'm a master pensman, I am. Now scram it! One mistake and the reputation of Baldur's Mouth Gazette crumbles to dust. Oh, someone who appreciates the art of words. And a celebrity to boot. You'll enjoy this. As it happens, the next edition has an article about you. It's a mean one, too. Real nasty. Edzard must really have it out for you. Hard luck. Will require a delicate touch to spruce up. I think I'll need my number 7 pen. Real sharp. I'm afraid I can't help you. I've got a good thing going here. Letting you swap out a whole article might get Etvard. I wouldn't take it too personal. Etvard gets his lines from up top, then gets all worked up over it. Although, it not being personal doesn't change how shafted you'll be. Now, I'm not sure you could get me out of here, but I'm not taking any bloody chances. Let's get this article nice and loose. There! Now, you'll need to find a replacement piece, of course. Make sure it's a good one. Listen, mate, I'm already doing you a favor. As the old saying goes, ours is not to wonder why. Ours is but to print or die. Or something like that. Oh, you've returned. How delightful.
That's what the people need to know.
Paper's printing right now, pal. Should be on the street.
Very well.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean. You've nothing to be sorry for. Far from it, in fact. Without your help, things could have ended very differently for me. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go. Down the coast a little. This will do. Take off your clothes. Neither did I. Come on then. We've already come this far. Oh, hells, that's cold. Come here. Thank you. I don't... Now don't you dare stop.
Voss is waiting beneath the city. Voss has done his duty. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orphic.
Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted. Oh? Not feeling any regrets, I hope? Though, I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that. But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles.
Of course.
Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of...
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to.
I should speak up.
I am not leaving until Lily has a goddamned coffin. I'm sorry, but our baby girl... Our baby...
I know, love. I know. If you're here for a burial, good luck. The carpenter around back claims there's a backlog. We asked for a child-sized coffin. I said it'll take a month. Oh, there's a priority fee. But not all of us have the barrels of gold to spare. Arsehole.
7 years of age. And murdered. What kind of monster hurts a little girl?
Shush, love. We're going to get Lily a coffin, all right? Give her the burial she deserves.
We won't, honey. We'll get her a coffin, I promise.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
I'm sorry for your loss, but it will be a 10-day before I can take your departed. Maybe more. If you notice any odours before then, treat the body with jasmine, honeysuckle, whatever you can get. Well, there is a serial killer on the loose. Business is booming, unfortunately. Can't say. There are 100 theories, but I see no pattern in who comes through me door. Mind you, theories taking more lives than any one killer. The whole city is on edge, ready to draw steel. I deal with the dead, but the Mortarch tends to them and the living who mourn them. If you have any concerns about strange goings-on, kindly speak to her. She patrols the graveyard. Good day.
Death's blessings upon you. I am Mortarch's sire, devotee of Kelemvor. I pray you find comfort among the dead, as I do. To rid ourselves of the coils of flesh is a beautiful thing.
Bibi.
I'd love to pay them a visit.
Here lie Pluck and Karlach Cliffgate. My parents. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Sorry I haven't visited. I've been, away. But I'm back now, and I brought friends. I miss you so much. But I'm happy, and getting up to some really important shit. Maybe you can see for yourselves. I don't know. You're with me here. Anyway. Taters. Meant I love you in the Cliffgate household. I can't even remember how it started anymore. Lost family law. There was a lot of silly nonsense in our house. My mates used to say we had our own personal language. I guess I'm the last remaining speaker. Mum used to say there was no such thing as death. That there was only change. Dad thought that was a load of woo. That gone meant gone, unless you'd struck a deal with one of the gods. Said he had better things to do in life than beg favors off immortals. I'm not sure what I believe. Nice thought, isn't it? This grass could be my mum's hair. The air in my lungs might be my dad telling me taters. I like that.
Here lies Pluck Cliffgate, beloved husband and father.
Come out, sister.
An air of decay hangs over the...
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play. Sister is older than me. She always likes to play. She hides in the ground, but I will find her. Mother and father hide in the ground with her. I will find them soon. I like this game, but it is less fun to play it alone. Sister was always good at hiding. But in the ground, some people covered her in dirt. But I will find her again. I can't leave her out here alone. Sister is always happy to see me. She told me so. She will smile so much when I find her.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days. I'm not. My husband was an arse. But he gave me 3 beautiful kids. So the old goat gets flowers. I get them up by Bloombridge. A druid lives that way, so you know they're extra fresh. Of course. Come back anytime. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly cooked. I can feel you.
Andreas Lothar, beloved of Ciro Lali.
Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise. My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer guy, but I'm gonna fix him. Now, keep watch.
Exorde me, Merkel. Resuscita frater meum. Immorte.
The air crackles with power before fizzing out. The child has power but lacks control.
Oh, you're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please.
She nods along, enraptured by your explanation.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Let me try again.
Exorde me, Merkel. Resuscita frater meum. Immorte ad me redico eo.
Shadowheart needs to...
Tell me, Saya, if you leave a poisoned cake in a park and a child dies from eating said cake, are you responsible for the child's death? Such wisdom. Which means you do not even have the excuse of ignorance. You showed a grieving child the ways of necromancy. Leave these hallowed grounds now. May Kelemvor have mercy on your soul. You are not.
Fully booked. And no. I don't care if your loved one was drowned, strangled, or butchered. Why? Because they have a dead kid. Welcome to half the city. Now, you want to bump someone else to the back of the queue? Fine. But it'll cost you.
I have lost a kid. And I gave him the best send-off I could.
Bloody hells. Fine. Tell them they can pick it up at sunset. Now, get out of my sight.
I won't.
No one's suggesting that.
You did? You hear that, honey?
Lily was our world. Knowing that she'll be able to be put to rest properly makes things easy. Thank you.
You've been single too long.
Karlach, you're looking well.
Would be a lot better if you find a way to fix this engine, Damon.
I haven't stopped trying, but all roads lead to a dead end. Sorry, I didn't mean...
Never mind. Glad you're all right in any case. Nice forge you've got here.
Best I've had in years. Mistress of the house lets me operate from here for a fair price. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Good. Someone should be.
Since we arrived in the city, I can't help but feel a little anxious. But I'm not sure I know why. I don't think it's what happens if we fail that concerns me. We'll be beyond our worries at that point. I think what bothers me is what happens if we succeed. I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Well, I want to save my parents, of course. Take them away. Far from Shah's influence. Someplace peaceful. Away from the city, perhaps. I'd like room for animals. Lots of them. All shapes and sizes, so long as they appreciate a warm fire and more affection than they know what to do with. I want to grow flowers. I want to be surrounded by colors every day. I'm tired of darkness. Yes. I want to share it all with you. If you're willing. Then it sounds like I have everything I need. More of life than I'd ever imagined possible without Shah. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
You are enveloped in myriad sensations all at once. Flaming desire and icy despair, the strength of iron, and the haze of thick swamp mist.
The 9 hells of Beator. The ultimate torment, some souls would say. Those souls lack imagination. I'm going to show you the true wages of your sin.
Pure lust courses through your veins and plucks at your flesh. You don't know what you want, only that you want it.
You feel it, don't you? Primal hunger, irrepressible decadence. Forget the heavens. This is paradise. Let me show you.
An inferno engulfs you. Your lust blazes hot.
Do you feel it? Avernus, where Hell's legions march, screaming their rage. Where the Styx collects the blood of the fallen. Reach out. Have a taste.
The flavor is exquisite as spiced wine. Your lust. It only stokes it.
Don't worry, pet. I won't leave till you're fully satisfied. Dis, the blackened Elysium. Menauros, the rotting bog. The molten seas and soil of Thlegathos. Stygia, the frozen ocean. Choose a hell. Have your fill.
You were immersed in a cold ocean, blanketed by gizing and illuminating. Now that you know the thrill of its shock, you yearn for more.
To think how you starved yourself up to this moment. To think how you chose the sweet over the bitter. One last choice. And starve no longer. Malbolgia, the desolation. The forgotten ruins of Maladomini. Cania and its mountains of ice. Or Nessus, the seat of infernal power.
You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat. Mizora's body burns, but when your lips meet hers, they are cold as Carnia itself. She is void. She is nothingness. She is here to be lost in.
The pleasure of torment. The torment of pleasure. You're forever marked. Can't you feel it? Where my lips scorched your skin. How your soul burns with flame.
Your pores flood with heat and frigid water. Your parched tongue searches for the right response.
One taste, one indulgence, but the delicious agony remains. A pity for you, the one taste is all I'll give.
Kind of you to offer a free sample, then. Now that he's tried out inferior goods, he'll know just how good he has it already.
Well, look who's snuck in from the shadows. I think I'll nip out for a bit, let you two lovebirds chirp. Who would I be to meddle in personal affairs?
Pleasant evening, I trust. I tidied up my hair and had an early night, but you don't look like you had much sleep at all. I'm not jealous, you know. If I wanted to bed something loyal and pure, I'd find a swan. Spare me the scolded puppy routine. I already said I'm not angry. I'll still pet you as much as you like. The way I was raised, the way I was trained, well, it was positively encouraged to get to know each other. Even from the memories I can recall, there's stories I could tell you. All that said, there's no harm in asking me in advance. Don't apologize. I'd rather see you happy than guilty. Just don't forget about me either. I have needs of my own.
Yeah, you said. Nothing good. Well, they were in...
You catch a faint odor, one without any discernible source. Wet ash, dried mud, and a hint of sulfur. Mizora channeled the Hell's essence into you. You'll never be rid of their scent.
I hope. I pray that you'll show more care in the future.
A distinct whiff of undeath to this place.
Set into the mansion's faded exterior, you see the faintest outline of a door. An entrance designed to provide whatever lies behind the door. It guards such secrets closely. It will not reveal them to just anyone. Nothing responds within. It is silent as the grave.
With pleasure.
Moving in.
Just a dead cat.
Get away.
You do not have an appointment. Yet you seek an audience with Mr. Carrion. I sent you to like to wander the boundaries between life and death. You have read the Necromancy of Thay. Tell me, what brings one of such power into the presence of Mr. Carrion? I am not. I am a spirit medium. One capable of bridging the void between the living and the unliving. This plane and the next. You possess some aptitude in that regard, but I'm afraid you aren't of the caliber required to be one of my regular clients. My story has been eternities in the making. Were I to recount it, you would return to dust before I finish the first sentence. As for why I chose this place as my home, it is a city rife with anguish, rippling with disturbed spiritual energy. The people here required a reassuring hand to navigate such waters. And so, I offered mine. If that is the sum of your curiosity, then I'm afraid we have nothing more to discuss. In this life, at least. Unless, of course, you are looking for a job. spirits stir. They think you might be capable. Very well. You may help me with a small matter. I have an assistant, Thrumbo. A conduit I used to maintain my connections with the ethereal plane. Unfortunately, he has deserted his duties. He has not gone far, but given the sensitivity of his nature, I would prefer that he is not free to roam the city. Return Thrumbo's body to me, and I will see that you are suitably compensated. My child, that would be asking the impossible. He is already dead. He is... what do they call them here? Ah, a zombie. A waif I rescued from the jaws of death and gave a second chance at earthly purpose. If he does not value the gift I gave in reanimating that wretched flesh of his, then I will take it back. It is my property, not his.
Walking funny isn't...
Had I thought you were the type to shout his name from the rooftops, I would never have offered you the job. Thrumbo is not alone in his ingratitude. He has led others in my service astray. 3 of them, beggars and zombies alike. The others lack even Thrumbo's modicum of intelligence. It should be no great task to wring his location from one of them.
Stink like that.
Then, with the spirits herein our witnesses, the arrangement is made. They will follow your progress with great interest, as will I.
Oh, please.
Leave me be! What are you doing in here?
The man's stench is unmistakable. Death, decay, despair. This must be Thrumbo, the runaway mystic carrion was so eager for you to retrieve.
This is my spot. Go on, find your own. Mystic Carrion? You're working for him? Oh no. No, no. I knew he wouldn't let us leave in peace. You don't have to help him. He's the one you should be after, not me. You've met him. How can you need more justification than that? He murdered me. Murdered my friends, snatched us right up from the dockside and made us these things. Monsters. Fit for gutting and grinding and desecrating the dead. He constantly abuses us. Makes us do the worst things you can imagine. There used to be 5 of us. My friend Talus, he couldn't take it anymore. One day, I saw him drive a coffin nail right through Carrion's skull. Then another, and another. We thought he had done it. Freed us all. Then when dawn came, Talus seized up suddenly like something had got a grip of him. We ran to help, but he just exploded. I got so much blood and pulp in my eyes. When I looked back, Carrion was just stood there, completely unharmed. I knew that, I'd have tried to kill him myself. I know this is gonna sound strange, but I've been watching him, trying to figure it out, and I think he's a mummy lord. After Talus died, Carrion blindfolded me and took me into a strange place. A foul and ancient place. Somewhere the living wouldn't dare to tread. Down there, he showed me a jar. Said it contained the secret to eternal life. And if I behaved, he would share it with me. I think it was his heart. I'm not stupid. I know what he did to my friend. Gods, how I'd love to smash that bastard jar. That's how you kill mummy lords, you know. Don't let yourself be tempted by it. Whatever's in that jar must be destroyed. I'm not sure, but in the house, beneath Carrion's salon, there's a chamber. He never lets anyone down there, so it must be hiding something important. Perhaps it's there. But be careful if you return to Carrion. He'll know you spoke to me. Make sure he doesn't see or smell you. He'll turn you into one of us, and he'll know I sent you. I don't want to die like Talus did. I want to live. Well, you know what I mean.
Some help you are. Watch when you need them.
I should speak up.
Do not fight this up. Hush, spirits. Hand his carcass to me. Quickly. What he seemed to you, and what he was to me, are two entirely unrelated matters. I desired him to be returned to me, and you obliged. Thus our terms have been met. Now, hand me his body. Stop wasting time. This is your preferred course? To change the terms of our arrangement now that you feel you have the upper hand? You are a brave soul. To try and manipulate one who makes the dead dance from his fingertips. I can offer a small bonus payment for services so capably rendered. With this and the torch, my debt is amply paid. Such a tenacious spirit you possess. I do look forward to meeting it again. You have done well. You are...
Let's move.
At last! That dusty pile of bandages was getting irritating.
Anything of use?
Walking funny isn't a crime.
He's gone. He's really gone. I don't know how to thank you. We can finally be free. Here, please take this. I think it's valuable. And I won't need it. Not now Carrion's gone. Yes.
Why is this ebbing out of me? I need air.
Hey, mate, you look pretty well geared up. Could you spare a healing potion? My problem isn't exactly official business. I expect to get beaten up by some thugs hired by Hobart Hune. So rich they piss in golden pots. Or at least that's what Henrietta tells me. She's Hobart's daughter. We was engaged, secretly, but now it seems she's set to marry Dirk Rillin. I tried to see Hen, but Papa had other ideas. Have you got bugs in your head? The fists don't mess with wealthy patriarchs. They've got the watch to back them up. And nowadays, the watch comes in a steel variety, in case you haven't noticed. I'll take my lumps. Ah, my favourite flavour too. Thanks, mate. Don't fall for any patriarchs.
Excuse me, madam. Hello. 4, 5, 6.
Coin maiden guard your co.
Excuse me, sir. Just spare a little gold.
No.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass? This is the wealthiest banking house on the coast. God's ransom sitting under our feet. So if it's a bribe you're angling out, well, this I have to hear. You got steel in you, so talk to me, honey. And
But you can call me. Captain needs to see your.
Maybe I will, or maybe I won't.
Welcome to the counting.
A relaxed tone and easy smile, but the halfling's shifting gaze gives it away. Something has him rattled.
Will this one start breaking bones like the Stone Lord? Hin's horned feet. I should have been a baker. He's taken a new customer down to the vaults. A rather large and heavily armed fellow, but I'm sure it's fine. We are just fine. That would be most unusual. But then, so is our visitor.
That he is. But don't worry. We can handle him.
Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass. And should my superior ask, keep my...
He's banjaxed.
Word is he has guild.
Sorry, sir.
Maybe I will, or maybe I won't.
Counting House Guard is very unhappy about you messing with forbidden items. It seems you've made a rather convincing case.
A bad ogre is stronger. Reason to feel that. I have a lot on my mind.
Don't join
And,
the cash.
well, in it.
We'll be pulling a late one tonight.
Just need to see your vault pass, please. Looks in order. Bless it.
Balance the book and move on like always, honey.
Mind your manners down here, sir.
House cashier. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Stay clear of the... You have the natural elegance of a dancer.
Still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. A little mouthful will barely slow it down.
But the stories...
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage. Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse. A soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Moradin's cracked clay.
There is no gold in here! If there is one thing Minsk hates more than beasts with bad breath... it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsk. He still seems very much himself to me.
Oh my gods. I'm gonna faint.
You will listen to me. Enough play, Stone Lord. What in the howling hells? Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Slarning shape-changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
I need a quick word.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody... Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you? Our cunning trap just got flipped arseways up is what? Nine Fingers wants the Stone Lord dead. With what he cleared from our vaults, he's got enough gold to make himself a lord in truth. You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate, lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just Step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it? Try all of it? Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults. But still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow. What he can do with that kind of coin... doesn't bear thinking about. Good for you. I happen to care. Retrieve the coin. And I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
Keep bloody wits about you in here. The captain is trying to keep it hush-hush. But I heard a kid got nabbed. Knew it. No wonder Captain Grizzly shoots daggers at anyone who mentions it. My guess, it's them squatters. Spotted a bunch of misfits sneaking into one of them boarded-up houses. Lord Gortash will find that kid and sort all this out. Just you wait.
Well, if this is good enough for a buccaneer, it's good enough for me.
My friend dared me to come... Huh! Come on, mate. Who would want me dead? Oh, shit! You're serious? I can see it in your eyes. I've got to... Shit! I've got a tab to settle!
You're going on a date? Are you joking? The city is a hair's breadth from violence, and what...
So? I'll be back by then.
Mate, you'd be late to your own funeral. Look, skip the date, and I'll take you out the next time we port, all right?
Her eyes shine with concern and love, that of more than a friend.
Love? Well, I wouldn't go that far, but... Yeah, I'm worried about you, mate. Ship wouldn't be the same with...
Oh, come on. You know I'm a sucker for that soppy shit. Fine, no date. But let's say we grab another one here for the road. My treat.
Deal.
Market of an establishment for you, I hope so.
If you had to choose the red one or the blonde one...
Shh. Red one or blonde one? You're right. Bosun! A blonde lager, please.
The spit shines this place up real nice. No pissing or shitting. If you break it, you pay for it. Any fighting and Captain Grizzly will shank you. Got it? Gods above. Not again. You pull a knife on me like the last one and you're getting a boot, you hear? That woman, Lara, Laura, whatever her bloody name is. She was screaming her head off about some kid. Tore the place apart. Bloody disturbing. Captain Grizzly had to clock her in the end. Threw her out on her arse. Good riddance. If you're here to complain that the booze tastes like piss, I know. If you must. Enjoy the blushing. We need to get more ale in.
Do
These
that.
bozos are drinking us dry.
Just to sit down.
Close the maid.
This place never changes.
We need the Nielsen's money.
All I see are carousing.
The Sorco's man, he sees.
If you're here for the music, look elsewhere.
For my daughter.
Dad, I'm not a cow you can sell.
Please, honey. Creditors are clawing at our door. This marriage will save the business. Just meet the Nielsen's son. One meeting. For us. For your family.
Excuse me, sir, quick question. Would you marry a stranger so your family can make buckets of gold?
It's not just her life. It's her mother's, her sister's, mine for goodness sake. Do you want to see us on the streets?
I want to be happy. And I already am. With Sasha.
The peddler's daughter? I won't stand for this.
Then leave. I've made up my mind.
Fine. You ungrateful.
I can spare some things.
Captain Grizzly at your service. What can I do for a long drink of water like yourself? Oh, not this claptrap again. Listen, Laura was here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no tomorrow. But she was alone. I saw head nor ass of this so-called kid, and when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh? Not a notion. But not a soul has seen this so-called Vanna of hers. Myself, look, I know Laura from my pirating days. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the bosun over a game of cards. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcome in the maid. But threatening my staff, claiming we took her kid, she's bonkers. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done. Life has taught me that chatter doesn't cut. She's dangerous. And I couldn't call myself a captain if I stood by and did nothing. I hate that it's come to this. But I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. Permanently. No less insane than lying about having a kid. If you don't do it, I'll find someone. You can make it painless. Not everyone will. Well, don't take too long. So will you bring me Laura's head? Or do I have to sleep with one eye open tonight? Return when the deed is...
No, no, Petal. That wasn't very polite. Did you think you were the first? That I didn't plan for it, Petal? That said, I'm shocked and appalled, Petal. I can't believe you try to gut me out in the open like that. After all, it's not just me anymore. What is it they say? Eating for two. gobbled myself up a sweet little girl. And she was so very tasty. Avernus sits in my belly, growing fat with power. In time, I'll vomit her up and have myself a fresh young hag to train. I have you beat, so do the heroic thing. Die.
Careful now. If she dies, taking the child with her.
No! You little shit.
Good here, I am. I should speak up.
She's dead, isn't she? Ethel is dead.
Oh, gods, no. I thought we'd finally get a happy ending.
But when hags are involved, there's no such thing. At least Ethel can't hurt anyone else. Not anymore. Thanks to you. I bet killing her felt amazing. Guilt won't bring her back. You did more than anyone else. And think how many children can sleep safer now. This won't fix anything, but take it. You've earned it. And you'll always be a hero to me.
This is life and death for me too, mate. You only get as many births... This is life and death for me too, mate. You only get as many berths on my sloop as you can pay for. If I allow any freeloaders, my own crew will scrag me. Very well, I'll do it. Suppose I can find some way to make it good with the crew.
I don't know who you are, but all I can say is thank you. If you ever have children...
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I just couldn't bear...
You look nice.
Mama said...
Witness the feeble, putrid form of our...
Can't talk. Bloody oils.
Witness that today he adopts his great...
It's not a lie. If you would just listen, I could explain.
You have done quite enough explaining, Volotham Gadam. You have poisoned the very hearts and minds of these good, kind, gentle citizens with your lies, your delusions, your conspiracies. Though you hide behind a mask of stories, we have seen beyond the veil. We see what you really are. Fearmonger. Hear, hear! Attention seeker. Hear, hear! Agent of chaos.
Your parasite stirs in recognition. This man is infected.
Let the hells follow! Today, citizens, we rid ourselves of this cankerous sore. Today, we burn away all falsehoods. Today we will be divided no longer, for today we rise in truth!
Psst. Don't just stand there. Help me, goddammit! Help me!
The newcomer speaks, and speaks of evidence, and trials, and justice. And in so doing, they delay their very own salvation. Dear citizen, dear friend, rest assured you will have your justice. But I'm afraid the time for trials has passed. Now is the time for judgment!
No! Please! No!
I'll go 600.
What do you know of Umber Ascarin?
Oh, Wave Mother, Queen of the Depths, hear me. Please carry Holly to her final rest in the deep wilds. Please. Sorry, are you here for Wave Servant Holly's funeral? Oh, it's already started. They're just inside. Yes. Oh, please, you're most welcome. We have much to be thankful for. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did Holly.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here to see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. Loss. Actual loss, not Shah's oblivion. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand. But why does freedom have to feel like I've lost everything? Perhaps I could have saved them. Or perhaps Shah would have helped me forget them. Instead, I've neither. It's been a long time since I've shed a tear. I don't even know how long. We carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful. Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light. That little... But remember it or not, I felt right at home there. Surrounded by books and night orchids. Don't tempt me. Might find it hard to leave. Well, can you imagine what it would have been like growing up in that place? Endless training, no privacy, facing scorn wherever I looked. I can very easily imagine I needed somewhere to escape to, if I was to survive. Nocturne and I must have come here a lot. We probably had plenty we wanted to hide from. Anyway, I think that little hideaway helped shape who I am, as much as any sermon or training did. Funny, the things that influence you. Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain, suffering, both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them. Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it. Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them. Shah seeks to break people. To fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts.
Copper for your thoughts? I don't know what I was expecting. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life. Old Rusty? Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dad. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. The world's... misery always overstays.
You have beaten and tormented us to the brink of insanity. You cut out my eyes, but we will bow no more. Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands! For Gond!
Brain controls is offline for maintenance. The brain dream. Your tadpole eagerly responds to the parasite in the brain jar. You blink to find yourself standing at Worm's Crossing. You are a steel watcher, a guardian of Baldur's Gate. Before you stands a group of humans.
He said he was Flaming Fist. That we had to empty our pockets if we wanted to enter the city. We didn't know it was a scam. We have nothing left, and my kids are half-starved. Please, let us into the city. We have nowhere else to go.
Your gears whine in protest, but you force your body to one side. gesturing for the family to enter the city.
Thank you, Sarah. Come on, kids. Grab it.
You are kicked from the Watcher's brain. The family runs into Baldur's Gate, unnoticed by the parasite. The brain in this jar is aware that its Watcher is on duty in the control center. You see the familiar sights of where the Watcher controls is offline for maintenance. The brain dreams, images of life in a garden cottage in
Lovely day this.
Neurosita awaits your input. The Neurosita is the epicenter of the Steel Watch, controlling and connecting every single Watcher in the city. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You need more than magic or steel to destroy it. The machine doesn't respond.
As you wish.
Neurosita awaits your input. The machine doesn't respond.
The Neurosita. I helped design the Steel Watchers, toiled night and day on the first bipedal prototype. It is fitting it ends this way. I will bring down not only the Steel Watch, but the very foundry itself. This place will be smoke and rubble when I am finished. Are you ready, my friend? Like the foundry, the Neurosita's exterior is near impossible to penetrate. However, its inner circuitry is highly unstable. I'm going to rain fire upon it from the inside out. Gond, let your hammer be my courage, your furnace my heart.
That was a hell of a show, my friend. Watchers collapse in the street as we speak. And the foundry. Well, it won't stain this beautiful city with its abominations. Not anymore. But it's not over. So long as a single parasitic Gondian remains, Baldur's Gate is under threat.
Enough, Warbrin. Gortash enslaved us, forced us to build his Steel Watchers, but no more. Take the city, let the Iron Hands reign supreme. I just wish to go home and hold my daughter. He'll never find us. We have safe houses all over the city. We are no threat. I swear it.
Please. If a Gondian told me the sky was blue, I'd look outside and check. You Gondians will lie, scheme, and torment this city until your dying breaths. Let's end this! I plan to make you my right hand in the new reign of Iron Hands. I see now you lack the spark. Keep your precious Gondians. But know that I will not rest until this city is rid of them and their bootlickers. When the day comes, my hammer will find your skulls and crack them wide open. Iron Hands, move out!